Good morning. Sorry, I just realised my child has just filled up a tray of water. What are we doing with it? You want me to carry it? Okay, I'll bring it upstairs. I'm guessing he wants to put his toys in it because he likes water play. Do you know how hard this is to carry, Gray? With one hand. Hang on, I'm just going upstairs. See, I told you, the minute I get my camera out, one of these kids does something. He's been emptying out his toys to fill a tray full up of water to throw his wooden blocks in. But it keeps him quiet, it keeps him happy. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on this. Oh my God, Gray. Right, can I put it down here? Just down here? Is that okay? Yeah? Oh, you've made a tower. That's a nice tower. What are we going to do with it then? What are we going to do with that tray? Careful. 2 hands. Shit, yeah. What are we going to do? You're going to put the blocks in there? You're going to make it go splash? That's alright, it's an improvement because he has been using his own wee. I'm just going to leave him to that. Bruno's in his room, but he's in a funny mood. And I know why he's in a funny mood, because as I've said before, Bruno has pica, whatever you want to call it. Now, not something that I would expect to be an issue. I got some new knobs for my drawers. They're not on there. I'll explain why. He's always unscrewed the knobs with them, but he's never tried to eat any drawer knobs. But what he's done is he's taken the bolts off the back that secure them into place and the little metal washers. The nuts even that hold them into place, so I'll get corrected by all the men for that. And he ate them. So I know this because yesterday morning, while I was changing a nappy, there were 4 in his poo, so 2 more need to come out. Luckily, they're only small. I'm just going to set you down because I was in the process of doing the boys' meds before Gray decided to do water play at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's none of the syringes, is it? And I have to say, yesterday was just one of those days, and I forgot to do their meds before they went to school. I didn't tell their teachers because they would have freaked out. I only realised when I got home and saw the bottle in the cupboard. Oh damn, they're going to be psychos. They're all right at school. It's when they got home they were a bit all over the place. So it just shows their meds makes a huge impact on their behaviour, their anxiety meds. So I'm going to make sure I definitely do that today in the morning. You can split it and do half in the morning and half in the evening, but I don't really find that makes much of a difference. So let's go give Mason his. He has 3 meals. So this month, pretty much at least twice a week, I've been having some sort of meeting at school about one of the kids. This is the problem when you have 3 special needs children. Meds?
Set us up.
Good boy. So I've had EHC meetings. I've had meetings with CAMS in regards to Mason and hormones, then meeting with CAMS at school with the teacher regarding puberty and hormones. I've had social worker meetings, family worker, and by the way, I have a family and a social worker because I have 3 disabled children. There was a previous comment that was, why have you got a social worker? Social workers aren't just for people that beat their kids up. Let's just get that out there. They're also for families like mine that need support. That's why I have one. End of. No more said. Jake said I shouldn't mention it, but it bugs me, stuff like that. So sorry, Jake. Had to be done. I'll give Bruno's in a minute. So the outcome basically for Cam's and Mason's hormones was that it's just something he's going to go through. It's hard to explain to him his natural bodily changes. Obviously he has physical and mental changes, which for him it's hard to understand. He doesn't, understand me showing him on a doll or in a book, on a picture of what is normal behaviour, his normal bodily changes. So it can be quite distressing for him. But basically it comes down to reassuring him, letting him know it's all normal feelings, all normal changes. Everyone goes through it. But it has made me realise that puberty makes him very strong when he gets angry. So myself, I'm proud of myself, joined the gym, and so I've been going every morning after dropping Mason off. Been on that treadmill. I've been, I don't know what anything's called, doing the old weights, because, they're getting bigger and stronger, so I need to get stronger because they're going to be picking me up and throwing me around. So I've been going, this will be my second week now. Do feel better for it. Does it help the old noggin as well? So yeah, been a busy girl. Got more meetings. I've got 2 meetings next week, in fact, and the week after that. So March has just been a non-stop meeting, basically, about the boys and their behaviours. And to be honest, I go into the meetings some days forgetting which boy I'm talking about. So yeah, that's why I've not been present, because I've just had so much going on. I'm just knackered. I fall in asleep on the sofa at like 8 o'clock. It's ridiculous. I've not seen Jake in God knows out. I have really, that's an over-exaggeration, but I just fall asleep. Tired girl. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Yesterday was a bit of a shitstorm. So, picked up Bruno and Gray from school. Got Gray in the car and I thought it was a bit funny. Had tummy ache. I thought, oh God, I'm gonna have to rush home before I go and get Mason. I can't stand outside the school for 20 minutes and I just couldn't do it. So I rushed home to the toilet. That threw the routine out, didn't it? So got in the car and reversed. All hell broke loose. So Bruno was literally trying to kill everyone in the back of the car, to which point Gray escaped from his harnessed car seat. He got into the front of my car whilst I'm driving, physically sat on my lap, kept pushing the start and stop button because he just wanted to stop. So I'm looking like a lunatic driver trying to get to Mason School as quickly as possible, pinning Gray down to the passenger seat in the front because he wouldn't let me put a seatbelt on. As soon as we got to Mason School, it was fine because that was almost part of the normal routine again. We were at Mason School. But for that moment, I kind of resembled Snoop Dogg in my Pimpmobile on the way to Mason School, with my car rocking from side to side. I had to have the windows open because it was very hot in there. All people could hear was screaming, car shaking, and me pinning my child to the seat. So I wasn't surprised if people reported me for kidnapping, because that's what it did look like. So that was fun. But it's like nothing ever happened when we got home though. It was all hunky-dory again. So that was well fun. So yeah, so now it's the weekend. Jake's at work today, so I was going to do some bits in the garden. I've got some paving slabs that my dad gave me because, well, my mum and dad gave me from their front garden. They're just laying there. They were stepping stones, so I'm going to put them on the base of my greenhouse in the garden because I like to grow veg with the boys in the summer. They live off cucumbers and red peppers in particular. So what I was going to do is, I'm going to go out there in a minute, it's a bit cold now. My greenhouse there, as you can see, I was going to put them on the floor. Jake's made like a little raised bed bit to the side for me to put things into the ground. So I'm not just standing on mud. We had just stones on the floor, but we've got chicken coop right behind it. So what that was doing is it was allowing rats to just dig underneath my greenhouse. Rats have gone, thanks to Jake. So yeah, I'm going to do that today. Try and hide from my kids as much as possible, because tomorrow's Mother's Day and I am shattered. I'm not going to lie, I feel absolutely wiped out. There's lots of damage in my house that I need to repair as well, because, you know, with hormones comes attitude. So Mason, I've discovered, has been chewing my walls. He used to do this when he was little, particularly when he had teething problems, but any corner of the walls have been nibbled on, taken the plaster right off. Done it on my walls over here, to the point where he's taken the effort to stand on the edge of the sofa and to do it really high up here as well. So we've got chew marks everywhere. Bruno took all the mastic off from around my windows. Of course he ate it. So last week I was pulling mastic out of his bum. There's just chew marks and destruction everywhere, to be quite honest with you. I repainted the banisters and they've already started to be nibbled again. I'm pretty sure these kids are part but gerbil. Bruno's in there. Mason's been slamming his door, so the old cracks on the door frames are coming back. So hard slamming his door. He smashed all the plaster out of the wall here. Somehow he's picked a hole here and eaten the plaster. He had artwork on the wall here. No more. Pulled that down and threw it across the room, so that artwork's gone. Thank God he didn't destroy the one Nanny and Pops got him all the way from Norfolk for Christmas. That did come down, however, but by Bruno. But Jake's going to screw it into the wall, so that can't come down. He's learned how to rip up carpet, which is fabulous. So the carpet's been ripped up from around the edges of his room. So yeah, These kids have been looking after my house really well. So constant repair work needs to be done. Just a busy month. I'm going to get on with this greenhouse because I feel like I need a bit of fresh air while the sun's out. I got asked the other day if I still got my chickens, so I thought I'd show I have got my chickens and do an introduction to any new followers that I may have. So let me show you. This one here with hardly any feathers because she's a wimp. She's the bottom of the pecking order. This one, it's called Blue because she's a blue something. I can't remember the exact name. The dotty one here, Speckledy, also a dumbass. She's called Dotty. Where's my favourite girl? This is my favourite girl. This is Miss Clemmy. She's my favourite chicken. She's one of the OGs. She follows me around like a pet dog, don't you, Clem? Yeah, she follows me everywhere, don't you? So you won't be a roast dinner. That's Clemmy. Then we have, this is Elsie. She's an OG. Get me the other one, hang on. This is the bitch of the pack. She's top of the pecking order. This is Martha. She's got a purple tag on her foot. See there? That's how I can tell them apart. That's Martha. She's the boss. And this one here, who'll probably scream, it's called Wednesday. And she's quite possibly the stupidest chicken I've ever had or ever known. We had to teach her how to go to bed because she didn't know how to. But you're all right now, aren't you? Yeah, so they're my girls. I get 6 eggs a day now, which is brilliant, but we don't eat eggs, so my family like me because they get free eggs. So that's my chickens. You'll often find me hiding in here to escape the boys. They're inside, so it's quite nice. Let's do the greenhouse like I said I was going to do. But yeah, so this is their the girls' bit, so I'm trying to get out now. Bonnie is really good with the chickens. She wishes she was one. She always tries to get in. But yes, out the way, Bonnie. Just lock them up for the time being. They can't come out at the minute because of bird flu. So the sun's lovely, but it's very bright for filming. So this is my greenhouse situation at the minute. Jake's done some seeds here. Don't really know what they are. I think he just had a mess around with some that we have left. And this is the bed that he's building me, which is currently full of all buckets. So I'm going to clear that out, level the floor off a bit so I can put my slabs down. We're now having to keep my chicken food in the greenhouse. We've got it under there because, you know, Jake doesn't want it in his workshop. It's a garage. So yeah, let's get to sorting this out and then I can bring them slabs round because I will spend most of my time out in the garden in the summer. Yeah, let's get it done. Bonnie's now trying to get in with the chickens. Bonnie, don't be a douchebag. So I've just dug that out. You can't really see. The sun is ridiculously bright. I flattened it. Oh, the fork's just fallen in. Flattened it. Put the mud in their buckets. I don't know where they're going to go. Oh God. He's found me. The piece has been destroyed. What do you want? What do you want? He's found me. I was hiding from you. I was hiding from you. Who's that? Ooh. You gonna come and help me? Can you help me bring some slabs round? Yes, he's in his pants. He's always in his pants. And on the weekends, he likes to wear pyjamas. Mason, in fact, went up to his room this morning when I was getting his clothes out, put his tracksuit bottom and t-shirts away, and chose a pyjama set. You want to wear pyjamas, boy? You wear pyjamas. Isn't that right, Bunny? Yeah. If I could wear pyjamas all day, sure as hell I'd wear them. You're comfy, and that's all that matters. So I'm going to lug these slabs around now. Oh, he started. I'm talking. You don't like me talking. You're going to help me bring the slabs round? Are you? No naughty words. You're on camera. Yeah, let's bring them round. You right, Mace? Can I get a smile? Can we get a smile? Oh no. Oh well, no, we can't get a smile. See, teenager, hormones. That was heavy lifting. I'm covered in mud now. Oh my God. You ready? Should we go find a bit of wood? Excuse me. Well, I guess that's his now, is it? You having the whole can? Thank God that's sugar-free and caffeine-free, hey? Oh, you're going to put it in your sippy cup? Life skills, I suppose. So is Mummy not allowed any? What are you going to do with that? Why have you got some? Oh, you're going to empty that into the... Okay. Oh, nearly. That's it. Don't let it spill. Put that lid on. It's all independent. Camera just cut out that pinnacle moment where Gray spilled his entire drink down himself. So he's now in a separate set of pyjamas, which again he went and chose himself. So more pyjamas. I go through so many pyjamas. At this rate, I need to set up a GoFundMe page to buy pyjamas and food because these kids don't stop eating and changing their clothes. So now I've put the paper slabs down, I am going to see if there is a spare bit of something, wood, board, I don't know what there's going to be in the garage. So I'm trying to do this. And I'm going to put this on to the chickens because it was a sign that my parents bought for Mason's bedroom door for Christmas. It lasted from Christmas up until recently, where I showed you he's been tearing all of his pictures off of his walls. This is no longer allowed in his room. If I put it in his room, he bends it in half. So I thought, what better place to put it than cable tie it to the chicken coop door. After all, chickens are descendants of dinosaurs. Why has Lotso been chucked out here? Excuse a pile of rubbish that you may see behind me. I've got to do a dump run, but as I said, March has been busy. There are not enough. So my phone's decided it's going to keep cutting me off after 15 seconds. But I've put the slabs on the floor. Beautiful. No, they're not cemented in or laid, anything like that, because it's me, I'll change my mind in 2 days. And the sign's on the door. So that's done. So now it's onto the boring housework stuff. I'm going to shut that up and go inside. Mason's just apparently in a fountain. Look, it's Bruno! Say hello!
Hiya.
Hiya. Bruno's had a hard day. Look at his hands. He's been biting his hands again. He gets frustrated, and most of that was from the car yesterday where I needed a poo and I wasn't allowed to have a poo. So yeah, I'm going to get him some snacks now. But I'm glad you've seen Bruno. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! So I've got to add this on. That patio door's been open 10 minutes. It's the first time of the year Gray's really been outside. I had a nice big fatsia there. Guess we're not over that stage, are we?